Hello, welcome to my presentation for IT 6001. My name is Maksud Rahman Taraftar, and today I will be talking about a very important topic in the world of technology, which is global outsourcing and IT strategy. In this presentation, we will first explore the concept of global outsourcing. We will also look at the key benefits and the important uh, show disadvantages, and then in the second part um, we will take a close look at the specific company that I have selected, which is a messaging company, Slack, that I personally have had experience using, and then analyze how outsourcing plays a crucial role for their overall IT strategy. Before we start, um, first of all, what exactly is global outsourcing? I have highlighted a few key points. So, in simple terms, it is when a company based in one country hires another company in a different country to perform its information technology related services and functions. Think of it that way. Think of it as say, instead of hiring a full in-house team that will cost a lot. A company that you can contract that specializes to work to external experts located in anywhere in the world. Common examples like hiring a team in another country to develop software to provide 24 hours customer services, or handle uh, cloud services or data security services. This outsourcing practice has become a very common because of the internet, which makes it easy to collaborate with people from all over the world. It is all about finding the right resources and skills for the best possible value. Um, what are the benefits now? Why do company outsource? This is the question I have personally asked while looking into the benefits of outsourcing. Now, why exactly do companies outsource? First and foremost is the most obvious benefit is to reduce the amount of cost. Very often salaries, like operational costs, are very low in other third world countries or other countries. This allows companies to get some same amount of work done for like a much lower price, saving a lot of money. And second factor, which is to have access to talents. Sometimes it is difficult to find people with specific IT skills uh, locally in their native countries. By outsourcing, a company can find and hire the best experts in the world for a particular job, no matter where they're located. And third, outsourcing allows a company to focus on its core business. For example, a retail company's main focus is selling products, not managing complex servers. By outsourcing its IT infrastructure, the company can let its own employees concentrate on what they do best, while IT experts handle the technical sides. And the finally, outsourcing can enable 24 hours operations and faster growth with teams that are spread across the world in different zones, can work progress around the clock. It can progress the work much faster. Customer supports can be available all day and night, and software developments can be even faster. That allows the company to scale its operation up and down very quickly without any delays of hiring and training new staffs. Um, Next, I will focus on the challenges that outsourcing has. Global outsourcing is not a perfect solution. It comes with like a significant challenge. and drawbacks that companies carefully must manage. The first big challenge is communication issue, which I personally have experienced while working for a Portuguese company. Um, and another is language culture and especially the time zone difference. Um, I still remember that we had like 5 hours difference for Portugal in Bangladesh. So, within that time zone, it was very difficult to make sure that we are in sync with the employer. Sometimes I had to work at night. Like a simple misunderstanding sometimes could, or a delay in email in response to, like, sometimes would get 12 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours sort of difference in response, so which sometimes delays the work. And second challenge is like quality quality control. When your team is on the other side of the world, it is harder to monitor the day by day work and ensure that the quality meets your company standards. And the third one is the security risk, which is a very, I'd say, very crucial, because outsourcing often like means that you are sharing your sensitive company data, customer information. This increases the risk of data breach and theft. Sometimes it's apparent in many companies nowadays. The companies must have very strong security agreements. And finally, the hidden cost. Um, well, the initial price may sometimes seem low. There can be extra cost for managing the relationship, um, traveling to meet the team, sometimes legal fees, or like fixing the problems can be sometimes poor. These hidden costs can sometimes make the outsourcing even more expensive than originally they had planned. Anyway, now we will focus on the case study that I have personally selected, Slack. As I have told that I have personally had experience using Slack for 1 million group that I personally used for a couple of years. Now, what exactly is the Slack's main goal? Slack in IT, their IT strategy is focused on basically one thing, is to provide a reliable, fast, seamless messaging experience for their millions of users around the world that are currently subscribing. A simple show slowdown can sometimes cause, any slowdown or outrage in major problem in their business. To achieve this, they follow a very simple principle. They focus on what they do best, which is uh, developing their software and user experience. They So how exactly do they outsource? If they're more focused on developing softwares and experience, how do they exactly outsource? In this section, you can see the image AWS. So the most important and famous example, their use of Amazon Web Service, AWS. Instead of building their own or maintaining and securing their own physical data centers, which is incredibly expensive and a complex system. Slack runs their entire platform on Amazon Cloud Service. This is a form of outsourcing. They are paying another company, which is Amazon, to handle their core infrastructure. But it doesn't stop there. Slack also outsource other functions. For example, they have their external partners to help with customer support and handling basic user questions. They also have outsourced some quality assurance work, which means testing the Slack app on thousands of different devices. Um, in this part, I will focus on the impact of on Slack. Um, so there are positive and negative impacts of outsourcing. So on the positive side, you can see the impact has been enormous. By using Amazon Web Services, Slack achieves like incredible scalability. When they suddenly get millions of new users, they don't need to build a new server. They can just rent more capacity from AWS instantly, which allows them to grow very quick. Um, it also gives them speed and innovation. Slack's own engineers don't have to worry about server hardwares, networks, cables, or stuff like that. They can spend 100% on of their time and brain power on developing features and improving app. And of course, it is very cost effective. Building a global network and data centers would have like hundreds of millions of dollars would cost. By outsourcing Amazon Web Services, they turn a huge capital expense into a manageable operation expense. However, there are some negative on negative side. The their outsourcing creates a major risk in dependency. Slack is completely dependent on Amazon Web Services. If Amazon Web Service has AWS has a major technical outage, like which has happened a few times, like also go down completely. The users cannot send messages, and this damages Slack's reputation at the same time. Um, another issue, negative issue that I have um, found is that there is also a constant risk of to data security. Slack is trusting AWS with all of its data, every messages, every file, every user login. A security failure at AWS would be a disaster for Slack. So while they outsource the infrastructure, the ultimate responsibility for data security still depends on AWS. Um, this is basically my conclusion. After analyzing the whole module, I have seen that global ITA outrage is it's a powerful outage. I mean, outsourcing is a very powerful, but it's a double-edged sword. It not only offers a cost saving, like some talents and everything, but it also carries a huge risk like communication problems, sometimes quality issues or security problems. Um, this particular case of yeah, Slack, like it shows a perfect example of modern IT strategy. They use outsourcing in a very smart and strategic way. By outsourcing their cloud infrastructure to separate company, they gained a very good scalability, which many companies are trying their hard to get. They also have a great speed and they can save a lot of costs uh, without investing on hardwares and cloud services. It also has negative impacts that I have discussed, but I believe that can be reduced by a great amount. In Finally, I would say that you know the key lesson that I have learned in this particular module is that you know successful IT strategy is not about avoiding outsourcing completely. It is about knowing what exactly is to outsource, who exactly you want to partner with, and how you want to manage it, how you want to manage the relationship with the outsourcing company, and how you want to manage the risk effectively. So I thank you very much for your attention and time. This was Maksudur Rahman Tarafdar, presenting for IT 6003. This would be it. Thank you very much.